Hello, Twin Rivers. This will be another digital learning day. Didn't want to go another day without trying to just teach you with video here. Just kind of check in with all you guys. I'm dealing with the loss of the Lions here. Super Bowl got crushed, but I'm still rocking out the Detroit Lions hat and the Detroit Lions polo, the fit check, as you guys say. All right, let's get to our lesson here. All right, so we're going to do something new. It's called point slope formula. It looks way harder than it actually is. The big thing you're going to want to pay attention to is this right here. This is our point. This is called point slope formula. And it looks, like I said, way harder than it is. Basically, what we're going to be trying to do is use this point slope formula in order to get into slope intercept form. So we're going to use this formula right here in order to get it to slope intercept form. So it seems like it's not really needed because we have other strategies, but they do want you to be able to use this point slope formula. So this is right here. All right, so when you can use it is when you get a point and when you get the slope. So when you have both the slope and the point, you can use point slope formula. So here, let's see how we do that. So this y and y1, that's probably the most confusing, is like the y1 and the x1. So what we're going to want to do for that is we're just going to basically designate this as our x and this as our y. See if I can make my my cursor here a little bit wider. So we have x and y, and that's going to be like our x1, and that's going to be like our y1. Okay. So watch how we do that. All right. So we're just plugging these numbers right here into this formula. Okay. So y we just leave alone. So I just write y. Then I do minus y1. So look, y1 is negative 11. So I'm going to have to put minus 11. So minus negative 11. See what I did there? And then I'm still doing that point slope formula. So they gave me the slope is 1/2. So I'm putting that right here. Okay, see how I'm doing that where m would go? And then I'm making a parentheses, just like the formula says. That first x, I just call x. Then I'm doing minus x1. Remember, my x1 is minus 6. That's right here. So I'm going to do minus negative 6. Okay, so when we do all this, we're getting really a little bit closer to our full formula. Let me change colors here on my pen. All right, so what's going to be is we're going to look at y, and then that's going to be plus 11, right? Plus 11 with these two. And then we're going to get equals 1/2 x, because I'm distributing that 1/2 to the x. And then I'm distributing that 1/2 to the plus 6. So that's going to be 1/2 x, and that's going to be 1/2 times plus 6, which would be plus 3. All right. So see how it's really starting to emerge here as our slope intercept form. So now we would subtract 11 from both sides, and then we're in slope intercept form. So we'd get y equals 1/2 x, and then plus 3 minus 11 would be minus 8. So you see what we did. We just started with a point and a slope, and we just plugged those into our point slope equation. All right, so I'm going to do a couple more examples, and then you guys should be good to go. If you are here and watching this video, you're awesome. All right, so let's go to example 1. Oh, and so for this slide, you can see it's the same thing there. So I left that work. So if you do, I'm going to post this presentation where you can look and see the work too. Okay. All right, so we're going to do example number 2. All right, so we've got our point. This is going to be our x1, and this is going to be our y1, and then this is going to be our m. This is going to be our slope. Okay, so let me try to have a little bit easier cursor to use. Okay, so we're going to write our formula, which is this right here. Okay, so I'm going to write y minus y1 equals m times the x minus x1. Okay, so now I'm just literally just plugging this equation in. I'm just using the point and the slope and plugging it in. Okay, so we got y minus y1. So y1 is right here, remember? And that's a -8. So we're going to do minus -8. Okay, so we're already setting ourselves up for a positive there. All right, but then we said the slope is -3, so I'm going to plug that in. Then my x, I'm just going to leave alone. I'm just going to call it x because that's what it is. Then we got minus x1. So x1 we said was 3. So I'm just going to do minus 3. Okay, so now I got to do a little distributing, a little, it's equation problem solving. Nothing too big that you guys can't handle. So we have y plus 8 because it's like a -1 times -8, which makes +8. So we have y plus 8 equals -3x. I'm just distributing here, right? And then -3 times -3 would be +9. And then I'm going to change colors of my mouse so that you can see it. So I'm going to subtract 8. Subtract 8. We get y equals -3x and plus 1. Okay, so you see how we did it? Just, use the formula. We have the point. We have the slope. We just plug those things into the equation. So like my high school teacher, she used to just say, you plug and you chug, you plug, you chug. All right, so hopefully I did it right. Let's see, -3x plus 1. I think I got that. I think I got it. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to do one more, and this one's going to be a word problem. And then I think you guys should be good to go and try to practice this. And again, this is called point slope formula. If you wanted to YouTube more videos or about how to use point slope formula. But anyways, let's get into it. So they say Chit Chat Wireless charges 30 cents per minute plus a monthly base fee. In September, Maggie used 120 minutes and her bill was $51. Write a linear equation to find the cost of Maggie's wireless service. Okay, so what they just did was they gave us a point and they gave us the slope. You might not have realized it, but that's what they did. So what they're doing is they are designating let me change colors here. They're designating X as minutes. X is they're going to be minutes, okay? And they're going to say Y is going to be the money. And I think that's how we would want to graph it. We could technically reverse that, but it wouldn't make much sense. Usually money is the Y axis. All right, so let's write down our point. So $51. Oh, 50. No, you know what? 100. I goofed that up. Let me delete that. All right, so 120 minutes yields costs her $51, and we know the rate, the 30 cents per minute. That's the slope intercept, or sorry, that's the slope. Okay, so let's write our formula. Luckily, I've got it right here, so I'm not going to rewrite. I'm just going to write underneath it. Okay, so y, I'm just going to write as y minus y1, so that's going to be minus 51 equals the slope, which is 30 cents. I'm going to need to get a calculator, I think, for this one. I don't think I can do 30 cents times something. And then we're going to do x. Maybe I can do it ahead. Minus x1. So that's minus 120. Okay, so we've just set up our equation. Now we're just solving our equation so that it looks like slope-intercept form, which is just y equals mx plus b. That's the goal. Get it to there, and we're good to go. Okay, so now let's solve this equation. Okay, so I'm going to distribute first on the right side of my equation, but I'm just going to drop my y minus 51 down, and then I'm going to distribute 0.3 times x, so that's going to be 0.3x. Then I'm going to distribute this 0.3 times negative 120. See, I don't know what that is in my head right now. 0.3 times 120, but of course it's negative. So that's going to be minus 36. Man, if you could do that in your head, you are cool. All right, so let's keep going. So I want to add 51 to both sides, try to get it to say y equals, okay? So we have y equals 0.3x 36 minus 51 or plus 51. So we're going to have plus 15. Okay. So I guess to interpret that as an equation, we would say that the $15 is the base fee, and then that's where the 30 cents per minute charges. So that's where the $15 is the base fee, I guess, per month, and then the 30 cents per minute after that. All right, so you guys are, and let me just double check. I believe I got that right, but let's double check. Minus 171. What did I do wrong? Oh, you know what? This person who did this one may have made a little bit of mistake because I think I got it wrong. Right. I think they forgot to distribute the 0.3. So I'm going to fix this one. And my answer was legit. But let me delete this part because here they forgot. You can see the person who made this key. And I don't even know who it was, but they forgot to do the 0.3 times there, the negative 120. So that should not have stayed negative 120. So go back to this video to see the right answer, and I'll fix it on this presentation. But thank you for listening. You guys are going to now work on a delta math. You can try these problems. So if you want to try the word problem here, and then it's got the answers, the word problem here, and then there's going to be a delta math with your point slope. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching this video, and you guys, stay out of those shaded roads that are causing the issues. All right. Bye-bye.